Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about quitting because someone else is getting in. So let's get into it. So the question in question was, Frederick, I have been working at this company for a while now and I have been developing the main product by myself, and now the company is hiring a senior developer to come in and help out. Should I quit? Well, the short answer is no. Why? Well, maybe. I don't really know why why would them hiring a more experienced person mean that you have to quit your job, dude? I don't really understand that. But I'm going to just state no. Don't do that at all. Because this is kind of the reason why I wanted to take this question, because I think that I have touched on this once or twice before in a video or two, and the thing I've been stating to you guys is that this idea that senior just means that this person is just better than anybody anywhere who has the title junior. Well, this is not true. It's not true at all. If you come in as a senior developer, yes, you have more work experience. That's what you do. You have more years and you have used some tools or some specific way of working for longer. That doesn't mean that you know everything about everything. And it doesn't mean especially that you know something about the business. Now, think about this as the junior developer. So you have written every single line of code in this code base. And then a person who comes in who's never even seen the code, and they're supposed to start contributing. Who do you think has the upper hand here? Well, I'm gonna guess that it's probably you, because if you're gonna come to my house and find the bathroom, then I'm probably gonna be the person who's gonna be able to direct you, because, well, technically I'm sitting in my bathroom here as well. But you won't have any idea where my bathroom is. And it's the same thing here. The senior has no idea how the code works. They might be able to reverse engineer it. They might be able to look at it and kind of figure out what's going on. But I mean, that process is going to be much, much, much quicker if they have someone who has actual knowledge of all the features. And that's the key thing here. Features, guys. So a senior developer may have the ability to spot bad code or write better software or know how to manage stakeholders or how to do architecture and like all of these good things, right? But features are, they're universal. Features mean that you pretty much, unless the code documented it somehow or there's some other documentation, you pretty much have to know what was going on, what was the requirement at that time. And the sad reality is that it's so rare that people actually document feature specification and requirements. Usually, in pretty much every company I've ever worked in, this only lives in the heads of the people working there. So and this is how legacy can get formed really, really quickly. If you have a feature that was created by a specific individual, and then after a few months that individual leaves, odds are that people in that company have forgotten how it's supposed to be working. They don't really remember. So if you need to touch that code again, it kind of becomes an exploratory thing where you might cause all kinds of regressions and issues just because, you're making these changes. And the problem is that when you're changing that, you're actually breaking old behavior that somebody else was depending on, or so forth and so forth. And this is one of those things that it's almost impossible to solve this problem without having something like BDD, like behavioral driven development, or very, very extensive unit tests or end-to-end tests or things of this nature that somehow document how this feature is supposed to work. But usually this takes too much time, so people don't do it. So you as the junior here, you're actually in a very, very good position. So unless, because this is one thing, I just want to get this out of the way here. Because the only way I can imagine somebody feeling that, oh, I should quit because a senior profile is coming into my company and is going to touch that code, is that you're afraid that the senior is going to realize how shit your code is. If that is your worry, then I'm just going to tell you now that hopefully, most likely, that this is just insecurity on your part. And the second thing that you should know is that it may or may not turn out that, you know, the senior is going to have some opinions, but hopefully you will have a very good working relationship with this person, because I mean, your best move at this point is to try to help onboard this senior as quickly as possible and befriend this person or get a good connection to this individual so that you can learn from this experience. You should look at getting a senior experience into the team as a great opportunity for you, because odds are that if you were working in isolation as a junior profile, which is kind of the thing that you were describing here, then you weren't even evolving at a fraction of the pace you may evolve if you have a senior on team. And I don't know the senior that they're going to hire or they're going to bring into your team, but hopefully it's going to be a good senior, the sort of person that you can actually learn some things from. So I think that this is more of an opportunity for you than anything else. Unless, as I said, like, you've pretty much decided already that the code that you wrote was really, really bad. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, dude, everybody gets their code judged. I mean, everybody. There's no way, you can just forget about that. There is no way for you to write software that is so perfect and so beautiful that nobody's gonna have an opinion on it, that nobody's gonna criticize it, or that nobody's gonna want to change something about it. It's very similar to writing a book or writing a play or making a movie. You can't make everybody happy. You just have to kind of do the best you can and then do a few iterations from the people who give you your code review, and then when they're kind of happy, you ship it. It has to be quote-unquote good enough that everybody's happy or that most people are happy, and then you move on with your life. Trust me, I know quite a few things about this. So what I want you to take away from this is that if a senior is coming into your company, that doesn't actually, and you're the junior who's been building all the things, it doesn't mean that this senior is a threat to you necessarily, because, I mean, unless you are really scared that this person is going to mock you or call you out that, you know, you wrote a lot of bad code, then this is just a big opportunity for you, because now you're getting somebody who can actually share some of their experience if you onboard them, and in return, which is going to hopefully give you a very natural platform to create a more intimate work relationship, you have all this domain knowledge that the senior doesn't. So you have something they want, and they have something that you want. They have years of experience, you know the code base and the domain and all the features and how things are supposed to work. So I'm thinking that this could be a really strong, good relationship that you're going to develop with this person, where you collaborate a lot and you're going to learn quite a lot from each other. So don't quit, at least unless, as I said, I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, of course, but don't quit, because this might be a really, really good opportunity for you. Have a great day.